Hey everyone, welcome to level 3. I'm Liz, your fearless teacher for tonight, and we lost Danielle. Okay. All right, so welcome to level 3, week 2 for August. Thanks so much for coming back. I'm so excited to have some of you back again this time. I just missed you guys so much. So we're going to continue on with our theme here about building strong connections with our dance partners, and it's super, super important for our success on stage. Having, as well as our ability to lead and follow, trust, willingness to be vulnerable, it's hard, right? Yes. But that's such a vital part of becoming a more advanced dancer, is being vulnerable to your dance partners. Having empathy as a leader and a follower is also very important, because we need to always have our dance partners in mind. Like, what steps do I pull out that they know, or if they don't know, I don't want to be mindful, not wanting to pull that out. I want to constantly be thinking about, how am I cueing this? How is the next step? Can they do it? Should I not do that? Should I have a longer transition? All of those things are empathizing with your dance partners, right? And then as we talked about in the last class, as we dance more together, our trust can increase or decrease. So, and yeah, that could change. Like tonight, my trust could decrease in Helen, but next week it could increase. So it's always going to change. So don't stress out about it too much. And having a sense of humor, it's really important. It's really important to just let things roll off, having a positive mindset, and allowing the dance to just fill you with joy, and know that nothing you do today is going to rob you of your dance, right? You're always working on it and getting better, and just have an open mind for more adventures in the future. All right, so we're going to start off with a fast drill tonight, kind of working on the ASWAT that we started last week, but we're just going to do the fade in this drill, and then we're going to look at using the feeling of the wraparound step to build a strong leading relationship with our followers. This step has 3 different feelings attached to it, and to me it almost feels like you're being an actor. You're portraying a situation or a drama or telling a story, right? And sometimes with the wraparound turn, you just see people just kind of move through it, you know, and it's just kind of like, I need something. Like, I need for my dance partner to really get into it, right? To express the feelings, to engage the muscles, and not just go, right? Because I get something back just by looking at my partner when they're really engaging their muscles, and they're using their face, and they're using the drama, because this step has a lot of drama to it, and that's when it's an advanced step. All right, so grab your finger cymbals, and we're going to do a fast drill to get warmed up, and then get started on our step. Or goofy. Joy. Okay. Everybody ready? Everybody happy? Happy dancers? All right, let's get over to our level 3 playlist. So we're going to do fast to start off with, and then our class will be slow. Ooh, let's do the cool song revamp. We haven't done that in a while. Okay, so what my drill is going to be focused on is our ASWAT fade. So that's rhythmic undulation, shimmy with arms and turn, fading, triple Egyptian, Sananda, box, and Arabic double turn. And Cool song revamp. It's probably going to have a little bit of slow in there, and that'll be fun. We'll put in the wraparound turn.
Egyptian tonight, so sorry.
Yeah.
Hey Liz, what's the name of that song again?
Well, I call it Cool Song because that's what Mega called it. But it's really called Shashkin. Darn it, she changed the name and she didn't tell me.
How do you say that? Can you spell that?
Yeah, I think it's
Shoshkin, the Hefner remix, and you can only get it on YouTube.
Shoshner.
Shoshkin,
the Hefner remix, and you can only get it on YouTube, is what Helen's saying. It's Shashin. I can send you guys a link to it.
Please, that would be great.
Yeah, it's much easier if I just send you a link, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Inhale, arms up. We probably need to breathe after that. Exhale. Inhale. Twist to the right and exhale. Let the hands fall to the hips and come back to the front. And inhale. Twist to the left. Exhale. Hands fall down to the hips and come back to the front. Inhale. Twist to the right. Exhale. Arms slowly float down to the hips and come back to the front. Inhale. And twist to the left, arms slowly float down to the hips and come back to the front. And good, and grab your right wrist and arc over to the left side, pushing the hips to the right. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center, grab your left wrist with your right hand, arc over. That's a pretty song, isn't it? I love that song. Good, come back to the center and open your chest to the sky. Good. And fall forward slowly, contracting low belly. And you can either stop here if this is comfortable for you and put your hands above your knees, or you can go ahead and reach to the floor. And you guys probably know this, but the longer you hold this, the more your muscles and your bones will release a little bit, and more of your hand can get to the floor. You can bend your knees a little bit more if you want to. So contract low belly, keep it contracted, and I want you to feel that wonderful stretch in the low back. And let your head hang. This is really important to stretch the vertebra in the neck out. Don't try to hold your head up. Good, and straighten the knees, and let's slide our weight onto the toes, just slightly lifting the heels. And if you contract the quadricep muscles in the upper front part of the leg here, then it opens the hamstrings up in the back. So the shifting your toes, your weight to your toes, straightening your legs, contracting these quad muscles in the front, help to stretch out these muscles in the back. All right, shift your weight back in your heels, soften the knees, almost like you're about to sit in a chair, and then lift your upper body. So this is chair pose, and then slowly come back to standing position. All right, good, shake it out. All right, inhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to look at the feelings. What are the 3 feelings that are associated with our wraparound turn? Does anybody know?
Tension, gathering, tension, release.
Yes, very good. What order are they in?
Yep. Well, is this tension or is this gathering? This is gathering. Gather.
Who said that? This voice uttered from the kitchen. So what's this one?
Gather.
And what's this one?
Tension.
And what's this one?
Release.
Very good. So we've got these 3 distinct feelings. Thank you, Miss Gather, Tension, and Release from the kitchen. I'm making an announcement of Gather, Tension, and Release from the kitchen.
Right. Well, you said what to order, so.
So the release part really gets people's attention, but I love the tension part because, of course, I do. Is that my personality? Is I like tension. So find the part of the step you like and really pour yourself into it. So the feet, it's the right foot comes forward, and I like to cross it over, but this all depends on what's comfortable for your hips, your legs, because I know I'm going to open to the back, right? So I'm going to pivot on both feet and then shift my weight into the right foot. And some people like to pick the heel up of the left foot. Okay. Whoa.
What was that?
I don't know. It was really weird. It was a loud noise.
The light went out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh. So as I pick my heel up, it forces me to put all my weight in my right foot, and then I'm going to shift my weight to my left foot, and I'm going to cross my right foot over my left foot, and I'll just keep like paddle my right foot until I come back to the front. So you're pivoting on the left foot during the turn part. So if we break this down into 3 sections, like we've broken our feelings down, right? I'm gathering when I step my right foot forward and in front of the left foot. I'm tensioning as I press into the floor to twist and open to the back. So this is 180 degrees. And I put my weight in the right foot, and then my weight goes into the left foot as I picked my right foot up. For my release is to turn all the way back to the front. So staying on your left foot and paddling with the right foot, keeping the knee soft the whole time so you can make sure you're not bobbing. Okay? All right, so keeping the knees soft throughout, very important. So it's a 1.5 turn. So try the feet with me. All right, so let's get into dance posture. Soft knees, weight in the heels, contract low belly, releases low back and helps the knees soft. Contract middle back to lift the chest at 75. Roll the shoulders forward, back and down. So nice broad shoulders, chin level, nice rounded arms. Let's just put the arms at the hips. We're just going to practice the feet. So right foot crosses over the left for our gathering portion. Open to the back for our tension portion, and then shift our weight from the right to the left, and then pivoting on the left, paddling with the right, 1.5 turn to face the front. Now, when I get back to the front, I'm probably more than likely going to go back to dance angle. So just be mindful of that. Make sure you're at dance angle when you come out of this. Unless you're fading with something and flatten out, you know, you can just use that time and figure out, okay, if I'm going to do something flat next, do I come to dance angle and then I make a point of flattening? You know, then that might be super clear. Okay, so arms. So I think that this step is all about the arms. The arms start off horizontal. So when we start talking about transitions, we want to talk about steps that you can, because I think this is where the complicatedness gets in there with transitions as to what step you pair with it at the beginning. All right, so that builds trust. Is what step did you choose to do before to put your followers in the right position to do wraparound turn? Okay, so my right arm is going to come across the chest, and my left arm is going to go to my left hip. When they do that, my arms are going to move, and then my hands keep going. So there's not a still moment, right? The arm comes here, but the hand keeps moving. Yeah, and I'm gonna turn my palm out to face out. Sorry, I didn't realize I was not spotlighted. So it looks like this. My arm gets here, my hand keeps going. So I'm opening my palm to face the audience, right? And this one just turns in right here by my left hip. So I've got my palms open and ready. So the next part is I'm going to push out with the right palm, push up with the left palm, and it's like I'm grabbing the air with my palms and reverse wrist rotation it to show the palms again. Now here I don't want my arms to be straight. I want them to be nice and curved, and I want to show my palm to the audience and have my thumb up. Yeah, so I'm going to have a nice angle here from the wrist to the hand. All right, so it comes out like this. So let's look at where do my arms land, and then I finish the hands, right? So arms land, then I finish the hands. So just make the hands real nice and ooey gooey. Not just stretch it out so it's really pretty. Okay, then from here we're rotation. So that means when I rotate my hands back like this, I'm going to feel the tension here in the upper arms because I'm really twisting those two bones over in the arm and keeping the elbow lifted. So when we do a reverse florio here, this is what your body wants to do, but keeping the elbows up creates tension going all the way up the arm. So first I have tension here because I'm rotating my wrist out, and then I have tension here because I'm trying to keep the elbows up. Okay. All right. So then comes our release. So I'm going to lift with the wrist to come up overhead. And then as my hands come down, they're just going to come straight down the middle. And my right hand can be a little on top of my left hand. And they're going to open out to the hips here and then kind of wait for our leader so we can all raise our arms together. Now, when this starts happening, I really squeeze in the middle back, press my shoulders down, pinkies up and elbows lifted. This is what we always practice in level 2 is these arms coming up and down. So exactly that. So one more time, I was here, tension, complete tension. It's like my elbows are just lifting up, my wrists are just lifting up, and then everything comes down through the center, hands widen to the hips, and I'm really gonna squeeze and lift the arms. Pinkies up, elbows up, arms come up nice and slow, and we're matching whatever the lead is doing. So the lead is kind of sets this in motion. And then when we turn to the back, we're following whoever can't see anyone else. So that's how we're working this as a group. And then when we come back to the front, then the lead finishes this part. We kind of wait for the lead here. You might do a little bit of this to wait for the lead, just kind of opening the hands here. So hands come directly down through the center. We're turning at the same time, so the hands are going to be pretty close to the body, and the right hand over the left. Keeping elbows lifted. So gaze. So Devyani used to do this thing where we'd kind of switch from our right foot to our left foot, and we would switch our gaze kind of like that. But really the only gaze that is a part of this step is to look over the left breast. So as I'm in tension mode, I'm going to look over my left breast, bring the hands up, I'm still looking there, and now I'm turning. And now I'm back to dancing, going back to looking at the front. So that gaze is really the only thing that's specific. Any questions? No? Okay, so now we're going to do Sara, camel, figure 8, and wrap around. So we're putting our wrap at the end because it's a really beautiful way to end. Let me grab a pen real quick so I can write the drill down for you guys. So be thinking about these steps and how they feel together. Why did Liz choose these steps for the drill? Would you choose these steps for the drill? All right. So we have Sara, turn, camel, which the new name is balancing step, and figure 8. So why did I put figure 8 before wraparound? Come on, you guys. It's a horizontal arm.
Oh,
Horizontal arm. Yeah. So I tend to see people kind of go from here and go here, but think about how much it's going to look like the Sara. And that's kind of why I put the Sara here, because the Sara comes from overhead down to the left hip. It's the same gesture. So we really need to have our arms in this range or make a specific point of bringing them down and just give it a breath. And then, yeah. So make it really clear, leaders, or else your followers are going to go, I don't know if I trust Helen.
Oh, I'm not very trustworthy.
Is Helen trustworthy?
No.
Okay, so that's our combo. Would anybody like to lead?
lead.
You guys want to break
Oh,
up into groups?
What is the combo again? It's let's see, Sara turn, balancing step, figure 8, and then wraparound turn.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, I can lead. Or I can share the lead.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Who else would like to lead? Anybody else? These guys?
Sure.
Okay. All right, Jory, let's have you start. So let's pick a piece of music that's kind of slow and complex, because I feel like this step it's kind of complex. Oh, okay. Here's a song called Goldie. It's kind of smooth. It's got some unusual sounds in it.
Listen.
Beautiful. All right, take it in. Take it in. How did it feel?
I like that song.
It's nice, isn't it?
On the Sarah, on the first, can you do the beat on the Sarah real quick?
Me? Yeah, I guess it should be me.
Yeah, it should be you. Since you're the teacher.
Sorry, I
Question
wasn't
answered. Thank
spotlighted.
you.
Is it? Okay. All right, good. Jen, are you raising your hand with a question? No? Just holding the hand up, just hanging out like this. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So how was it following Jory?
Good. Good.
Everything felt pretty clear?
Very nice.
You trust her?
Yeah.
Is she trustworthy?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good news, Jory.
Hey,
Everybody's comfortable following you, it seems. Everybody who spoke up. Anyway. All right. So what do you guys think about Helen leading? Could you follow everything pretty well?
great leader. She's got great musicality. The only thing I had an issue with, and it's just the limitation of Zoom, is I couldn't see far enough behind my back to see when everybody else was turning.
Sorry.
That's true. I know. That's a tricky one here. Is normally like if the three of us are together, right? So when I go here, it's not me deciding the leader. It's going to be Erin because she's the furthest one back. So I'm watching her and she starts the turn and now everybody's watching me. So you're so right. That is tricky. And online, I guess you would have to just kind of peek around and see what are they doing? Or you could feel the pulse of the music and what has been set forth with the timing here and the timing here, and just see if you feel the timing, because it's not a bad thing if you're raising your arms a little behind or in front of, if you're online, and then you kind of see what's happening when you do your turn and you come back to the front. I mean, oftentimes I find that if I just try to rely on what do I feel the pulse is of the timing, even though I can't see the rest of this turn if I'm online, oftentimes I'm kind of spot on with what I felt the leader establish. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that song's, pretty smooth. It doesn't have a lot of.
The song's pretty smooth and predictable for you. So maybe that would fall into our positive, right?
I know what Jory's saying, but it's okay if you're a little off.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay if you're a little off online. Right. Okay, any more questions?
But Jory did a very nice job.
Jory did a great job, Helen says. All right, good.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about doing the figure 8 and then going into it? Is it a little bit of a ho-hum transition?
A little bit.
No?
I thought it was, but that's me.
What is often nicer is the rainbow.
It's nice.
It's nice because you can kind of dig in to this isolation in the hips and the arms here before you do this big dramatic turn, right? And I want to finish this left side and then let my hips come back to an evenness and then let this left arm kind of settle back down before I go here.
Yeah, because your Sarah and your wraparound turn is so dramatic.
The Sarah and the wraparound turn are incredibly dramatic. And if you look at your ending with the wrap and then going back to the Sarah, you've got two dramatic turns together. So having that rest of the figure 8 is not a bad idea. But I want to challenge you guys to play with other steps to put in front of the wraparound turn, right? So also, I still want to see more movement of the hands after your arms land. Okay, so everybody try it with me, okay? All right, arm lands, hand continues to move. Arm lands, hand continues to move. Arm lands, comes down, around, hands and arms continue to move. Slowly come up. Yeah. Yeah, so just don't forget the hands. I think the hands are so important.
Dancer hands.
Dancer hands, exactly. So a horizontal arm step before. What else can you guys think of that has a horizontal arm that we could do before?
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
We can do the
Rainbow's really nice before.
super arm.
Strong arm.
Strong arm.
Well, let's see. Strong arm. I'm going to land with arms up overhead. So I'd have to bring them down here. You don't like it.
I do.
You do
I
like it.
when the arm's up here and you bring them down.
I know, because it makes, so if you end with an overhead, take the time to bring the arms down and then grab and find something in the music to grab, because this is what Carolina loves to see, is that right arm coming around with a specific part of the music that's really dramatic. And it's hard to match it a little bit online with different internet speeds, right? But if you hear it in your space, just try to, and think of this as I'm grabbing onto something in the music with the gathering part. Yeah. And that happens like
Figure eight is lovely.
at the beginning on the one.
To me,
Coming up. Yeah, right. So,
Especially with this music, it's because it's anticipated, right? So the big's fixing to come.
But no, it's good. It's a good.
also torso twist is another
This is another
horizontal arm, right? But I think rainbow's my favorite
Yeah, rainbow.
out of all the steps that we've talked about so far, right? That one, and I think that one's talked about a lot, is the relationship between those two steps together is really, really beautiful. A lot of people want to do it. Okay, let's look at duet passing, okay? Because what happens is we start it facing our leader. So it's not incredibly complicated. Helen, come on over here. So if we're both facing this way, I'm going to use something to turn around, and then I kind of want to get us at a profile because I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to step over here to try to get you to line up with me profile. So the fact that we face each other is a cue. Oh, darn it, let me spotlight myself again. Helen, are you familiar with this step?
Yeah. It's been
Okay.
a while, but I think
So we're going to do the gathering to each other, and I can't tell you how many times I give like intense googly eyes, right?
Yeah, especially Lisa.
Like-
Lisa was like.
I know sometimes you're dancing. I know you're like tip your chin down. You're like, wow.
Lisa would do this like, I'm going to seduce you.
So yeah,
She's
it's like something about bringing this arm up here in front of the chest. You're just like, you just wait.
She just did. She was like,
Yeah. So Helen saying we have a dance partner that used to do it, and she would always make this face, and it would and I know the face you're talking about, and it would almost make me giggle. Anyway, so I can't help it sometimes when I get into this one. You want to get with the attitude of gathering, right? So then when we turn away, how in the heck do I know what she's doing, y'all? How do I know what she's doing?
Well, if you're looking at your left boob, you should be looking
All
at
vision, turn your head.
Yes. So great point. Great point. Danielle said, if you're looking over here where you should be able to see her in my peripheral, because I've kind of stepped to one side. She's kind of stepped to one side. But really what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to look over our left shoulder. So it's not changing the move that much, because you're right. I'm supposed to be looking over this way anyway. So I'm going to look over my left shoulder, and I want to see confirmation from her that we're actually going to move around each other, because we could just do this and stay where we are. So what's going to tell me, we're going to raise the arms up. So if I see just a little bit of movement to the left, then I know we're going to use the turn to travel and trade places. So I'm going to step right, left, right, and then we trade places. So it's 3 steps. 3 steps because it's a 1.5 turn.
Half turn.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I mean, hopefully it's 3 steps, but if you have to take another step, that's okay. So the tricky parts here is where we start facing our partner. Usually we probably discuss this in advance. We start facing our partner. When we face away, we're looking to our left for confirmation of the gesture to move around each other. We want to use our peripheral vision to do that. And then we're going to take 3 steps to trade places. All right. So let's try it. Just watch us one more time. So I'm going to do something, la, la, la. I'm going to turn around, face my partner, and then maybe we'll do a big long step with a sweeping arm, find our spot, right? And then I'll bring my arms down for some drama. Hello. Hello, what are you doing? Right? And then I'll go 1, 2, 3. And then we raise our arms up together when we're looking at each other.
It's very dramatic.
So it's really pretty. All
Hey,
right.
Liz,
Yes,
how many times are you turning? Can you just do that stepping slowly?
yeah. So I'm
Okay,
facing
do that.
out.
Yeah,
I'm facing out, in,
in,
out,
out,
in.
in.
It's
Okay,
1.5
thank you.
3 step.
3 steps
In,
for a
out,
1.5 turn. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Okay, so online, you're going to have to move the path without, being facing your partner, right? Because I can't be over here and face my partner and then be over here and face my partner online. So you're just going to have to. So online, if I'm doing it with you online, first I'm going to, right? And then I'm going to have to do this and kind of, you can stay where you are, or you can go here, and then I can just do a big arm sweep kind of back around to face my partner again. Does that make sense?
Yep.
To kind of set up, because when I end, it's going to be that. Okay. So just how to work through it online to where we can practice at once, and then we can just arm sweep to kind of move back to where we were. And we'll just wait for your partner online. Okay. So what are some other cool steps that could face in besides just pivoting with body wave? Well, I could do reverse turn, and I could wait for my partner, right? Or let's see, I could do the long step and sweep, or I could do a barrel turn facing forward and stay facing in. Hello. Right? And then we can wrap it up. Or I can, so just reverse turn, long step, barrel turn, any of those you can face. And then to come out of it, so like if I want to come out of it and I want to face the front, all I have to do is just turn and walk back. Whoever's on this left side can just turn and walk back to the front. And then whoever's on this side will just face in towards dance angle. So if your profile like that, it's pretty easy to just get right back into facing the lead. Make sense?
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. I can't
Okay.
Not the company.
All right.
My tired body.
So can we pair up in groups again?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay, let's have Jory and Helen
Okay.
pair up. And oh, Donna, are you leaving? Donna's leaving. And then let's, of course, have Jenna and Charisse pair up. And then Shannon, let's have you dance. No, Shannon and, well, darn it. Let's have Shannon and Jory pair up. And then Helen is going to change out with them.
I'll change out.
So after you guys do it once or twice, then circle up so Helen can jump in and one of you can drop out. Yeah? Okay. All right, sound good? So let me release my, yeah, I had to make a pivot. Had to make a pivot shift. Okay. Shannon, Jory, can you pin on each other?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's try it with that song again. Or actually, you know, there's this song that Carolina loves to do with this. And let me see if I can find it because I wish I thought of it earlier.
While you're looking for it, are we doing the same combo as before, or are we doing any combo, or just going to keep repeating
You're
this?
not doing a specific combo, but I just want you to keep practicing this passing, the wrap passing. And if you want to use the reverse turn to face in or the barrel turn to face in, you know, at one point we're going to have both people facing forward, then one person's going to face in, then you'll set up the combo, right? And then we can either have another person face away or you do the combo multiple times.
Okay.
Does that sound doable for everybody? So the song Carolina really loves is called Ollie's Mizmar.
Love this song.
Because it has those dramatic beats, there it is, where these bumps where you can grab with your right arm. Okay, everybody ready? those smiles. Do you trust your partner?
No.
Well, good. I hear most of you saying yes or nodding your head. That's good. Tell me what your experience was like. I thought it looked really good. Yeah? So the part I'd like to see is, Aaron, can you come here for a second? The part I'd like to see is going from here, right? Or here to here. And then what I want you to think of is think of it as you're almost like pushing away, right? So I want you to, it's like there's an object here and I'm pushing away. So I want that much, right? Or I want you to think about there's a curtain I'm going to open with my hands and show here. So think of there's a curtain in front of me. So I'm going to part the curtain with my right hand, part it with my left hand, make it a little wider so I can walk through it. Right?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. So that, I think that's the part that I'd like all of you to really work on, is going from here to here. So starting that tension in the arm immediately here, as if you're almost pushing against something and opening it, and then finishing with the reverse wrist rotation, and then just it's like your arms are heavy, and then they just become really light and lift up overhead. Yeah. Can I see it, Shannon? In the beginning? Gather. Shannon, take that left arm a little bit closer to your body. So it's a little bit, that left hand's a little bit behind your hip. Yeah, there you go. Good, and open. Tension. All right, and lift. And down through the center. Yeah. Good. Shannon, I think you could take your forearms a little bit wider. So instead of being like this, you could be like this. So everybody got their forearms pretty wide here? Okay. Yeah. Take the forearms a little bit wider. Good. Nice, Shannon. God, you've got those gorgeous long arms. And then lift up. And Jen, Sharice, that looks really good. You guys are moving really good together. But what becomes awkward is when you guys walk the wrong way and you circle up. If you walk to your right, it feels so awkward. Do you know why? Because I'm at dance angle. And if I walk to the left, it's so much easier, right? It's really, really hard. I say we don't walk to the right very often. I would say about 99% of the time, we're going to walk to the left in a counterclockwise position when we're moving around our partner. So Jory, I think it looks really good. Can you do it one time for me?
The whole wrap.
Yeah, the wrap. Wrap it up, girl. Wrap. Yeah, good. Open the curtains and float, and hands down through the center. That looks really good. And I think one thing that tends to happen sometimes is when our hands go down, our shoulders, we kind of release our shoulders a little bit. So if you can be mindful to stay in this broad shoulder as the hands go down, it becomes so strong and beautiful. So what I was reminding you about, Danielle, is just to keep the knees soft. Because once you start moving around your partner, if your knees are locked, it's going to make you stumble a lot. And your chin tends to go up. So just try to be mindful of keeping the chin parallel to the floor. Because I feel like if your chin goes up, it's going to take your balance backwards. Make sense? But it looks good. And a big hair garden. All right, great job, you guys. I'm sorry I went a little bit over. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. And let's bend over, contracting low belly, and just let the upper body hang, let the head hang. And let's bend the left knee and straighten it, and bend the right knee and straighten it, bend the left knee and straighten it, and the right knee and straighten it. And let's start contracting low belly and really bend the knees like you're sitting in a chair, and lift your upper body up using the abdominal muscles. Come on and press up and reach up. 5-pointed star. Goodness. All right, and bring the feet close together. Soften the knees. Stand on the left foot. Bring the right foot on a figure 4. So let's work on the hips a little bit. Flex this foot. Work on balance. Contract low belly. Contract low belly. Do you automatically feel your balance stabilizing? All right, good. Let's do the other side. Reach up. Stretch out. Good. And bring your weight onto the right foot. Soften the knee. Let's bring the left foot up for a figure 4. Flex this foot. So you can stay right here, or you can come forward a little bit and take your arms out. Contract low belly. Maybe you have to stare at a certain spot on the floor to help with balance.
Staring at your head.
And inhale up. Good. Shake everything out. Great job, everybody. Woo, woo! Good class. If you have any questions that occur after class, just shoot me an email. So I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for letting me instruct you tonight. I love you guys. Happy
Thanks,
dancing.
Liz.
So glad to see you back, Jory.
But yeah, in so many ways. Good night, everybody.
Jory's officially retired again.
Another career break.
Yay.